thank you very much, as I said, for joining us today for our webinar on what online learning can do for you. I'm Karen Farragella. I'm the e-learning manager for Embridge Consulting. So Embridge Consulting is a technology consultancy firm. We can help you with implementing ERP systems, managing your ERP system, and my area of expertise is training. So today we're going to cover off how online learning can help you in your organisation. Happy to take any questions at the end, and this recording will be made available afterwards as well. So what can online learning do for you? So I'm going to look at why learning at work is important, how online learning can benefit you in this, what we can offer from Embridge, and how to get started on your online learning journey if you haven't already. So learning is so key and important at work. 94% of people agreed that they would stay at an organisation. It would help them stay at an organisation if there was learning involved. It improves employee performance, improves employee satisfaction and retention of your staff. It provides consistency to make sure everyone knows what they're doing and how to be doing it. It increases productivity and also innovation within your team. So absolutely key. Probably the guys that have joined us today, you're probably within training roles anyway, so you're all on board with this and understand how important learning is to your people and your organisation, if not you personally as well. So why online learning? Well, recent studies through LinkedIn Learning, which I don't know if anyone is a signed up member to, but well worth looking at what they can offer, and very reasonable as well. So they offer a lot of online learning packages, and a recent survey they published this year showed that 94% of people prefer learning at their own pace, which is what online learning can give you. So people can dip in and out when they want to and go at the pace they want. They can go back to information as well. 78% of people are excited to use technology, and 75% of people were willing to experiment as well within their survey. So online learning taps into all of this for people, and also importantly as well, I think in this day and age, it gives people the opportunity to learn at the point of need, which is what 57% of people said they prefer to do. So I think there's a big shift within learning and development to move from delivery of learning to enablers of learning, to make content available to people when it's requested, or even produced by learners themselves, rather than pushing out training from an organisation. So as a group of people all used to technology now, we are used to seeing videos. We're used to, if we can't do something, having a quick Google to find that content. So I think what we need to do within learning development departments is actually tap into that. So how can we make that available within our organisations? And online learning is a great way of doing that. So having a whole catalogue of information that people can dip in and out to when they need it. So the information's there, and it doesn't have to be really expensive. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about this later on, but you can produce videos really easily yourself. It doesn't have to be a full hour-long piece of e-learning we're talking about here for content. It can simply be a quick reference document as well for online learning. It's just having a whole catalogue available to people that they can dip in and out to when they like. Like YouTube, if you ever want to do a bit of DIY at home, I think a lot of people now, the first place they go to find out how do I do that is find a YouTube clip. So we can have that type of service within our L&D departments as well, and that's what online learning can do, help us with that. So as well, e-learning, it's convenient and flexible. So it's there when people want to take it. It offers the flexibility of people to learn when they've got the opportunity. So on their commute, whilst travelling for work, if you're home based as well. Now, jobs are a lot more flexible. So it's there to dip in and out to when we want. A lot of organisations as well have, bring your own device to work. So you've got smartphones that you can access that online material. So we've got a few figures here. So 7% of learners felt more motivated when training on a mobile device as opposed to a computer. 45% of smartphone learners complete course material faster than actually using a computer as well. So this is great. So people are able to get through, more material, and it's taken up less of their time. And people prefer it, and they're spending longer, 40 minutes longer than using a desktop if they're doing it on a mobile device. So it can be self-paced anywhere and any time. So a lot less disruptive to everyday working as well. And importantly as well, I think a big one for those of you managing learning development budgets, it's a lot more cost effective. So big savings on travel and venue costs, time away from work, hiring of rooms, etc. And pound for pound, you can reach a lot more people with online learning. So big savings on materials as well. So Gone now are producing massive workbooks. We can have that as PDF documents, materials that you can send to people, make available to people. So big savings as well on benefits of online learning, which, hooray, makes our training budgets go a lot further. Also, a lot more time efficient as well. So it is a 50% reduction in seat time. So that means that instead of people sitting in instructor-led training courses within a classroom, online learning can save half of that time. So it's a lot quicker for people to read than it is to listen to someone speaking. So that material can be condensed down as well. So there's a lot of time. You're probably very familiar with classroom training. A lot of time getting people in, sitting down, having a break, having a lunch break. Whereas online learning, you're doing it at your own pace. You haven't got to wait for other people to join. It's there, it's convenient, it's easy to use. Also, easy to track. It's measurable and reportable as well. So, yes, face-to-face classroom training, you've got your record that people have attended, but it's a lot easier to keep those records with online learning. So it's easier to track the uptake. You can check, have people passed, have they understood what they're learning, have they passed the test, the questionnaires, the scenarios within the courses, and therefore it makes that a lot more reportable to senior management teams and also regulators as well. So you can, you've got evidence there that people have taken this training and they've understood. Also, another bonus to online learning, gives learners immediate feedback. So you're probably familiar, courses have a lot of multiple choice questions and things. You can get instant feedback on that. So not only just on the question, but also further information, and feedback and questionnaires can be as simple or as complex as you want to make them. So you can have really simple multiple choice questions, or you can go down the route of a lot more complex questionnaires. For example, we did a situational judgment test on a piece of work we did with the Cabinet Office. So after users had completed 6 modules, based on their learning, they then had to complete this situational judgment test, which asked them questions on a number of scenarios. And not only did they have to answer the question, They also had to rate how confident they felt with each one of their answers, which gives you a great result in assessing not only the knowledge and their knowledge gap, but also how confident they are in their own ability as to whether they've made the right decision or not. So this, as a reviewer of this learning, it gives you a great understanding of where the assets and the threats are within your organization. So for example, if you've got individuals who've answered questions wrongly, but are 100% confident that they've answered them right, those people can pose a problem for your organization. So those people are identified by using really complex questionnaires like that. So you can find those people, work with them to make sure they're not confidently going about making the wrong decisions. And likewise, it identifies those people who make the right decisions but aren't confident in them. So you can find those people, help them, coach them to be more confident within their decision making. So yes, feedback is great. Also, e-learning can provide consistency to your message for your organization. So if you are relying on people training each other, you've got no control over what message is being given. So on the job training is vital and important, and those of you familiar with 70-20-10 know that most of people's learning does come within on the job. But if you are using a nice blended learning solution with some online learning as well, you can control the message that's being sent out as well. So the online learning, everyone gets to see it, the right message is going out, you can, your branding, your right processes, and everyone can see that. Also, people can come back to that learning at any point as well. So as a great reference tool. How can we help with that? So we are specialists in bespoke e-learning. So we tailor our content especially for you. So it doesn't matter if your learning is on software, compliance, soft skills. We've got the experience in using instructional design to bring that content into an online format that works for you. So we're a small team that really cares about our clients, ensuring we get back to you as soon as possible, answering any query you may have. So unlike bigger organizations, we're really responsive to you, and we can flex our processes. So we're agile, we're fitting your timelines to fit in with your way of working if that's required. We're really passionate about our work and want to make sure we deliver the right results for you. So we want to make sure your content's really relevant to your users. The quiz questions are productive and testing, not simply clicking the longest answer or all of the above. We want to use case studies that are really relevant to your industry, and to make sure people can relate anything that we build back to their place of work. And we're also cost effective. I know sometimes people may think, oh, if you're writing a bespoke course, that must cost a fortune. Not at all. We price on a fixed price basis, so you know upfront what your project's going to cost you. And then there's no license fee involved, so you can use that piece of training for as long as you like with as many people as you like. So we want to work with you to deliver a good product. Our process is really simple. So initially we have a conversation about what your requirements are. So what is it you're looking for? What is it you want your learners to know? What's your budget? What do you really, really want involved in that training? And then we put together a proposal with costs and timescales. You agree to that, and then we go ahead. So you hand us any information you have, be it just a course title, could be PowerPoints, could be documents, guidelines. We take that and we're off creating and developing your material. So there we go, my diagram. It involves a lot of coffee. So we're having discussions, we're drinking coffee, we're thinking up the ideas, and we start working on the design and content of your courses. So it's sort of like a twofold process. So we go through a design to make sure, you know, it looks the way you want it to look, and then we also go through the content to make sure the content is saying what you need it to say. And we put that together into what we call an alpha build. You get to see that, and you can make as many changes as you like at that point to that piece of e-learning. We make those changes, we produce the next version, a beta. So again, changes can be made at that point, but we've made most of the changes now, so we're getting towards that final product that goes to a gold, which is pretty much what you're going to see at your go live. So the gold is, you know, a few changes may happen there. Maybe there's a new image or something you want to replace, or a new process has just been released, and we can change that in there. And then you're off, happy, ready to use. So our process normally takes about 8 to 10 weeks, although we can do it a lot shorter if you've got a very tight time scale. So for example, the Cabinet Office project I mentioned earlier, we turned around 6 courses in 1 month for them. So, you know, we work to the time scale that you need to get your courses out there. Likewise, some projects take a lot longer. So, you know, we've worked on projects that take 4 or 5 months. It all depends on what your needs are, and also your availability to review those courses and make sure we're getting to the product that you want at the end of the day. So our approach is to brand courses for you using your logos, your colors, images, your digital tone of voice. So we want to make sure that your staff understand that this course is relevant to them. So I've got a few different styles. So, you know, the style all depends on what you want to go with. Do you want to go down a really professional route using a lot of photographic imagery, or could a lot more fun route using a sort of a more illustrated tone of voice? We really encourage people to use scenario-based e-learning because that's a really effective way to transfer knowledge. So you work with your subject matter experts to ensure the scenarios we write and the case studies we include are really relevant to your business. So really helps with the engagement with your staff. We can also help you once those courses are written and the lead up to them going live, create a buzz around your learning. So help you with any social media posts you might want to do internally or externally. We can provide short videos to help you advertise to your staff. We can help you write articles for your intranet. We can advise and consult on your learning management systems as well. So anything you need to create a little bit of a buzz around your courses. If you don't have a learning management system, we also offer a solution there. We have Cognito 365 that can hold your e-learning. So it can track your courses, report on who's completed, what scores they've achieved. So you can export those reports and information to PDFs or Excel so they can be reported to regulators. It's a really cost-effective solution for organisations that haven't been able to afford big, large-scale learning management systems. So the prices for this start as little as 95p a user a month. So I equate that to, it's 3 coffees a year per user. So, you know, an affordable solution. So Cognito can hold your online courses, it can hold videos, learning materials as well. And we recently have the functionality as well to deliver that in different languages for you as well if you've got a global audience. This is just some of the clients we've worked with. So, you know, we've got experience within the field, lots of different topic areas. So there's no sort of one firm industry we work with. We work with a lot of different organisations. So we've got educational there, we've got local councils, charities, law firms, financial institutions. So a real mixture. One of the projects we've recently completed is a project with AB World Foods. So they had a classroom course on continuous improvement, so making sure they were always working to best practice within their industry. So AB World Foods, for those of you who've ever bought Blue Dragon, stir-fry sauces, curry sauces, the Levi Roots Reggae sauce, they're the guys who make those. So they had classroom courses that were giving inconsistent message. They've got locations both here and in Poland, and they wanted to make sure that message was going to be really consistent. So we've developed 6 courses for them, and they're actually both in English and in Polish, and people are using it, people are loving it, and it's really helped them make sure that their message is getting out to all of their people across all of their different locations. So yes, that's AB World Foods, which has just gone live. I've got another couple of examples here for you. So this is a sample of some of the work that we did with the Cabinet Office. So as I said, this was 6 courses for them on procurement is the bigger topic area for them. So there was 6 modules in total, and then a assessment at the end of it. So they wanted what they called, when we first met them, they wanted a wow factor to theirs. They were really keen to use full big screen imagery within their courses. So hence you see a lot of photographic images taking up the whole screen. We also used a lot of videos as well, just to illustrate points. So you can see, you know, there was a lightning strike, so a video of a lightning and stuff. So just to emphasize a bit. News report, so looking a bit like the BBC website there. Here's a completely different style now. This one is a software simulation for Shropshire Council. So they had ERP project implementation. So we did 50 courses for them on different processes for their end users. So to be used for the implementation, but also for people to go back with and to use as a reference tool as well. So the software simulation one follows a show me, tell me, try me process. So you get these, this is what we're going to show you in the tell me. This is the show me section, you can see at the minute. So showing people that process, and after the show me section, there is a try me section, so people can have a go themselves. So they're not in the live system, they're actually in a safe environment, so they can have a go at messing up if they need to, and it's not live. So that's what the try me is all about. And this one as well can be assessed, so you can make it as hard as difficult as you like. So it can be a simple click through, or it can be typing in information as well. So that, you know, there's all different varieties you can go with in terms of what we can do for you. That's a software simulation one. This is a course we did for Public Health Wales. So again, another different look and feel to it. This is on an initiative called Making Every Contact Count. So anyone that comes into contact with the general public, having conversations around health and well-being and lifestyle to encourage people to be healthier. So this one's got a number of different videos in it as well to show people different behaviours and give people examples of how they could have those conversations with individuals. So very different look and feel on all those 3 courses, used in very different ways as well. So the Cabinet Office used with people who are procuring things for the government, software simulation used for end users of a piece of software, and this one for Public Health Wales used for any individuals within health services that would have contacts with people. So where do you get started? So lots and lots of things there. It doesn't have to be grand scale at all with online learning. It can be as simple as starting to put material on your intranet if you've got one, or on a secure part of your website as well. You can use PowerPoint to do questions. You don't have to, if budgets aren't allowing you to go down the route of authoring tools or using a company such as ourselves, you can start as simple as that. So you can also develop e-learning in-house if you purchase a rapid authoring tool license, and we can always help with advice on that if you want to. Always happy to take calls from people to help you get started and to help you design templates as well. And videos are a great way of adding content, I think, particularly if you've got in-house experts that you need their message to get across to people. Why not use those people in-house? And simply recording on a lot of phones these days would give you a good enough quality to share internally within teams. So there's loads of things you can do to get started on a really small basis and start building up your content libraries. For our training team, our Twitter is @GladSolutions. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.